Yeah, it does look pretty good. What?
Oops.
Maybe I need to go... Actually, wait up. My battery's dead, apparently. Weird. Alright, I actually have replacement, so I'm just going to go grab one. Okay.
Okay, no problem. Sounds right. Alright. Yes, all 0 people. Alright, are we... Yes. My soon screen, yeah. Spent a lot of time making this, I hope. I want to use it as much as possible. Alright, cool. We ready?
Yep. I'm glad they got rid of that stupid eye. Alright. Tell me when.
I am going to let people watch the intro here because I think it's cool. And that's one thing I was kind of disappointed about with 3. Like, Mega Man 2 is one of the cooler intros, right? Where he's like standing on top of that building and the music is all awesome. And then Mega Man 3 didn't have an intro at all.
Weird. I have like a block in front of my... Okay, anyway, weird. I think it might be the mouse. Bizarre. Anyway. Okay, continue. Sorry.
Anyway, yeah, so I think it's cool that they took the time in this one to like make an intro. This game...
It's a horrible intro.
It's such an awesome intro. I mean, look, these explosions are great. Yeah, this one feels like a little more polished, I want to say, maybe than some of the other games so far, which makes sense because it's the 4th one, right?
Boy, I mean, what... So, talking the history. So this... Keep people in the loop. We actually have an audience. A couple people.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. So we're kind of doing a playoff of vintage Nintendo games. And our first series we've gone through is Mega Man. So we've done Mega Man's 1, 2, and 3. Landon defeated Mega Man 1. I managed to catch him at the very last Wily stage, but could not defeat him in time. Thus Landon won Mega Man 1. I beat Mega Man 2 handily. And then Landon lapped me on Mega Man 3, which admittedly I hadn't practiced. But what I had practiced, I didn't even get through that, so it was quite humiliating. So we're on to Mega Man 4, and spoiler, I have done some practice. So hopefully at least it's more of a contest. What I would say is Mega Man 2 and 3, that's kind of what you're saying. Those 2 games were kind of rushed, which is what makes Mega Man 2 arguably like one of the most impressive games of all time, because it was put together with such constraints that they got such a great game. Mega Man 3, by the creator's own volition, was rushed out, half-finished, kind of confusing. To your point, this one, I could be wrong, is kind of where all of the classic Nintendo pieces of Mega Man that we know are there. The Charge Beam, the Slide, Rush, Eddie the Robot, we're kind of set now.
Yeah, and I had forgotten that his name is Eddie, isn't it? I always, or is it Flip Top? Does he have two names also, like half these people? I'm surprised it wasn't until 4 that he showed up, because he is kind of like this iconic Mega Man.
Wait, who's Flip Top?
Eddie, right?
Oh, the little, Eddie.
Yeah, the little, yeah.
So you're like, that guy.
That little robot we like. Cool, yeah, so, yeah, we are on Mega Man 4, and I guess we can get started. I think we both have the same route in this one.
So, I mean, it was interesting, you kind of knew this from 3, that 3 has 2 closed loops. So, essentially, you have to beat 2 enemies with the Mega Buster. Just because, the premise, we've talked this ad nauseum, but guess what, you can hear it again. The whole premise behind Mega Man, which is awesome in my opinion, until it comes to the North American market and makes no sense, is it's 2 puns. He and his sister are named Rock and Roll. Their brother is named Blues. So it's a music-themed pun. And then also the premise behind each enemy is it's rock, paper, scissors. So, kind of rock. And there's literally, in the first one, there's literally a rock and a scissors man. So,
right.
Very funny.
I've died already because I hate this level. This might be my least favorite level in all of video games.
The intro is pretty horrible because of that rain. This is, so I mean, one thing that's definitely more forgiving about this game, we were kind of talking. So Mega Man 3 is pretty unforgiving, as we saw with me. Oh my god, me too. I suck.
Yeah, and so if you can't tell, like, you walk normal when you're on the ground, but as soon as you jump, you've got, like, this wind pushing you back, making all these super tight jumps nearly impossible.
But the Mega Man games are traditionally pretty unforgiving. Mega Man, okay, I made up my life. That's cool. This one, Mega Man 3 is particularly unforgiving, forgiving. That's why I did so poorly. This one, though, one nice part is there are E-tanks, which can let you refill your life. You can get up to 9 in the first 3 Mega Man. I believe it was 3. And additionally, when you die, you keep your E-tanks. So what makes that really useful is if you, say, are near the final boss in a given level, you can... if you're... This is going to be embarrassing. I'm not going to get out of level 1. If you're near the final boss and you have, say, 2 lives, you can just die, not waste your E-tanks, because I mean that was what was happening to me on the last one. It's kind of like you get to the boss, you have an E-tank that you probably want to save for the Dr. Wily part, and you could just use it to beat the boss, whereas this one, and I would argue all of the 8 bosses are beatable with full life, really. So.
Yeah. But there's so many things in the levels, like you said, that are so much less forgiving and just more tedious. Like this big snail guy is...
I hate
He just takes forever. Like, I don't know if there's a fast way to beat him. And once you get outside of the rain, then the floor does the opposite thing, where when you're on the floor, it moves you around, and when you jump, it doesn't. I'm not sure why they thought that'd be super fun.
Never know.
And you always have to do 2 of these big bosses in a row. Like, just did a snail, they're like, hey, let's do another one, because I'm sure they really enjoyed that.
I don't know. I think the snails might be bypassable. Like you can maybe blink or go over, but I don't know for sure. Now I'm going to argue I've been practicing on a Switch controller. Oh my god, really? It's embarrassing. One interesting point, actually, about that I looked up. So one of the games we played that I guess, I think might be the unofficial tiebreak if we manage to tie Mega Man. Although it's looking like you might just at least take a guaranteed draw at how I'm doing right now. But we played Punch-Out, and I was looking it up, and basically Mike Tyson's Punch-Out is harder on the newer machines that just are ROMs basically are less reactive than the old Nintendo system. So even you'll see like streamers they'll literally play on like vintage Nintendos, as opposed to Stritch or even ROMs. And oh, by the way, you are fighting. I'd say this man and Pharaoh Man are the 2 easiest in the game.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this really is as easy as it looks. I'm just interrupting his little rain dance here, and he just looks at me and tries it again. And you just sit there doing that until he dies.
And he's actually pretty similar to is it Dustman, I want to say? Dustman, who you can beat with Ringman, and it's the same idea where Dustman, who you defeat with Ringman's weapon, Ring is the most like versatile weapon of the game, whereas Drill is the you need it at the end of the game. That's kind of a staple in these Mega Man games. It's slightly unforgiving of
These
you
graphics
get to
are
do.
cool. Sorry, just wanted to point that out there. I was just saying, like the graphics that it shows when you get the weapon, like those are pretty cool for like Nintendo graphics.
Although, and that's one funny thing is, obviously a lot of the Mega Man games are built on the same engine, and the irony of that is just as they add more and more stuff, and as the Nintendo gets more and more outdated, it just gets slower and slower, which is a funny aspect of, this is kind of the, and they go for 3 more games. I'll be really curious to see what Mega Man 5 and 6 play like.
Yeah, and this level is really interesting, and I'll show you what is kind of going on here. But these guys, level, yeah, these guys flying by, like I shoot that guy and turns out the lights, but these guys, I just missed that guy. If I kill him, he shoots a little firework and it brings the lights back on, which that's pretty neat, right? Like it's kind of annoying when you don't know what you're doing and you're just falling into pits in the darkness all the time.
That's one of my favorite levels in terms of cleverness. So let's see, who is at the end of it, right? Is this Pharaoh?
This is Bright.
It was Bright. Okay, kind of.
That's why there's these totem pole guys. Makes sense.
Actually, I'm mad at myself because I remember this part that I'm on, I usually just play carefully, and I did not. And especially, like, that's my advice on this game, especially on, like, a race, is, as with a lot of Mega Man, the kind of save points are not very forgiving. Mm-hmm. So it behooves you to just, get to the next save point over trying for speed, because even if, unless you're going for a world record, and those people, if you watch them, they'll go, pixel perfect jumps, etc.
Right. Well, what's funny about those totem pole guys, since that's just Adam, if you have the Rust Jet on this level and you fly over them, those things can actually jump. And so they will jump up and hit you anyway, which I find hilarious. This game is also different than the previous ones in that there's like these alternate routes you can go, or kind of these side rooms, where the previous games you had to go like just kind of one linear place, but
well, what it introduces that was in the same that was in Mega Man 1 that wasn't in 2 or 3 is there are hidden weapons. So there is, this might be one place where I give the game a little criticism, where it's very clever but very boring, in that there are 4 different power-ups. You start with the Rush Coil, and then you can get, the 2 things you can pick up are the balloon and the what's it called?
The wire.
The wire, like your Batman.
Right.
And the thing is, for most of those, they're kind of interchangeable on Get You High. The balloon's a little more useful in that, you can kind of use it to pad your way across.
Yeah, it's quite a bit more useful, I think. Because there's some things you can only get with the balloon. I'm not sure if there might be some things you can only get with the wire, but I'm not sure.
I didn't realize I only had 1 life left. That's annoying. Alright. Yeah. But yeah, it's not this stage. So in Pharaoh Man stage, and in Pharaoh Man stage, and in the level that I think probably should have been Frogman, the underwater stage. So Dive Man, which
that does make sense.
I'll give you Dive Man a little, because essentially he's supposed to be nautical and shoots like torpedoes at you, but it's a bit of a stretch. And we've kind of said that about all the Mega Man games, this one included. So Mega Man 1, one designer, obvious theme, rock, paper, scissors, that created several of the bosses. Mega Man 2, they basically didn't give him a designer. I hate this level. This is going to be embarrassing, man. Mega Man 2, they didn't give him a designer. So he ended up open sourcing the characters. And when he did that, you got, fan submissions. And what's very odd, and we're just speculating, is that really the fan submissions were selected apropos of the level design. which is kind of funny.
Right.
And that seems to be a theme in all of. So this game keeps up the history of that. If you look at the original version of Frogman, he is terrifying.
Really?
Yes. Like, and what's funny is, ironically, so we kind of said this. If you look at the last game, we were joking about Snake Man being strong against, Cleopatra Man. And then in this game, there is Pharaoh Man. It seemed like some of the submissions they selected for this game are people that would have been good in the last game. Because there is a Pharaoh Man, who, makes sense that he'd be weak against snakes. And then there is a Frogman, and it makes sense that he would.
Oh my god! I died at the same time as killing him. I'm not sure what it's gonna do.
You restart if it's like what happened to me this week.
Did not give it to me. I've got no Toadman left.
Yeah, he's one of the frustrating ones in that regard.
Yeah, it takes all of his energy to kill him. But
if we want to talk,
I'll just fight him normal. It's fine.
I want to see if you can beat this. I also want to beat this stupid snail. You're doing pretty good.
Yeah, before I knew what I was doing, this was the first guy. This was my initial start guy.
Really?
Yeah, I can't remember why. Because it's not that hard.
Yeah, how much on this did you do? Any reading, whatever?
I didn't. I just played it. I didn't read anything about it. I think after I came up with the order I liked, I did look up what the recommended order was, just in case I was missing something and had any of the items backwards. But it's all pretty clear. Got some Bright Man, Fair Man. I always thought Pharaoh Man was pretty cool. I remember renting this game back when I was a kid, and I could never beat it because the end is really hard. But I remember Ringman's weapon being super cool, and I always thought Pharaoh Man was pretty cool.
Do you know? Watch my screen. This is embarrassing.
You got Rush down there. Mega Man.
Well, that's why. No, it was intentional. Because what I do is I put Rush down there, hop on Rush, and then when I went to step, I hit the corner. This is just the theme of our Mega Man nights, except for Mega Man 2, the one game. So Mega Man, we've kind of talked these. We had, hadn't played these as kids. Mega Man 2, I know I got to Dr. Wily Alien as a kid, but I don't believe I beat him. And it's, when you go back as an adult, it does get kind of amusing when it's like, oh yeah, he just does a figure 8 configuration, so, you just watch for this, and it's easy. And you don't realize that as a kid. I mean, I think I might have gotten access to some Nintendo powers, but I certainly didn't have a friend with a subscription. My parents didn't get me a subscription.
Yeah, I never had it.
So there's kind of that going on. But I do recall getting to the final Dr. Wily.
Yeah, I could get to
that. But
yeah,
with some of these games, I don't know. Yeah, how many of these did you beat as a kid?
None. I couldn't beat any of them as a kid.
Wow, yeah.
This is the first secret area.
Oh yeah, okay.
Game. So normally you would go down there where it just was, but if you use Rush and jump across, you can get to this area. And you do die if you sink all the way down into the sand. I did try it.
It's not like the Super Mario Brothers 3 level towards the end where you sink to a level below, which is kind of cool.
But this is cool. You come over here, you have this bee, you have no idea what it is. Got this cool victory music.
You actually, what's kind of annoying is it does give you a health refill, which is pretty cool, and in that stage it slightly advances you. In the water stage, it takes you back a little.
Yeah, I was gonna point that out too. It's helpful here, a little bit. At least it puts you down where you're gonna drop down into anyway. The water stage is annoying because you have to go fight one of those mini bosses again. But I guess that's the price you gotta pay for secret items.
For wires, for Batman wires. If you want to get balloons, they're free. If you want to get Batman wires, they're going to cost you. You have to fight a whale again.
Right.
One thing I actually liked about this game relative to the others is I feel the weapons are more balanced in usefulness. I would say in 2 and 3, there is a multi-directional weapon that you could argue is just kind of all-powerful. Yeah. The Ninja Star in Mega Man 3 from Shadow Man, which I'll maybe, right? Like,
yeah, he's
okay,
a Shadow
I'll kind of give it to you, maybe. And then in the first game, what's the
second
what's in
game?
2?
Metal Man.
Yeah, Metal Man. Same idea, the little buzzsaw.
Yeah, same weapon basically.
Yeah.
Well, except the stars
there are 8
like
directions.
rings. Yeah.
What's up?
The stars are like boomerangs. The metal are not, right? They just keep going. Anyway, here's probably the easiest boss if you do it right.
Even if you don't, the good news is he's still like beatable at the end.
Yeah, I haven't even seen how this guy normally fights, because I was just like, hey, this guy's way underground, I bet he's weak against Bright. And he was.
Yep. I'm still baffled that you just beat these all without even like a, here's what you do to beat this.
Yeah, I mean, you can figure it out. I think, to be honest, I think I did look up Dr. Wily at the end, because nothing I was doing was working. And I think that's why I couldn't beat it as a kid, because this has by far the hardest end boss of all the games so far.
Well, what's unforgiving about the end boss in this, and excuse me, you can like farm, but like a classic of all Mega Mans is you go in and fight all the bosses. If you're not careful in the run up to it, you don't get weapons. Like
yeah.
you don't get a lot of refills. Now you can kind of spawn, but that's time intensive. And if you don't know to do that, then you end up in the end and you're like out of ammo. And one of the most useful ammos is Ringman, just for other bosses and other like real bosses and sub bosses. And it's required for Dr. Wily. So if you're not careful, like if you're just, if you don't like conserve them against, say, the Moth and the Big Hat and the other guy, and you don't refill them, you end up on Dr. Wily. Now the first one's pretty easy, but that's easy if you have the ring weapon. And so that's kind of the funny part about Dr. Wily as a whole. I'm really curious about, oh no, still got it. That's one nice part about this game. We've talked this before. Mega Man 1, if you got hit, you just died. As in, if you got hit and fell on spikes, you died. This one gives you temporary invincibility. So something you can do that's wise, if you notice spikes and you're afraid you're going to miss a jump and there's an enemy nearby, hit the enemy.
Yep, that's actually, like, you can use that as a strategy to get items behind spikes. You'd be like, you know what, I'm just going to take damage and get this.
Yeah, I've definitely had that where, oh, come on.
And those hippos are super annoying if you don't know to use Bright Man's weapon on them, too. Because they just take forever and they have those stupid missiles flying around.
And you can probably use other stuff as needed, but yeah, I would recommend Bright Man and Toad Man's weapon kind of just become the de facto easy to use because you don't really need them for a boss after they're required bosses. And then they're just super easy in level.
And I really hate these spring guys because it's just, there's not enough frames to see what's happening and the timing is all weird and sometimes you're just off and they take forever to kill. Sometimes they hit you, sometimes they don't. Like, I don't know, it's...
Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes.
You don't.
And, like, what is the deal with this hippopotamus anyway? They're like, let's put him up on this pedestal that rises up out of the ground.
That age-old expression, put the hippopotamus on the pedestal?
Yeah, exactly. And shoot. And also he shoots heat-seeking missiles.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand what you're complaining about so far. Like,
I mean...
You are describing a hippopotamus. When are you gonna... Like, did they take any liberties with the hippopotamus?
I guess not. I mean...
Yeah, I mean, he's purple, as we know. Hippopotamuses are blue, so...
Alright, so here we have Flip Top / Eddie. He gives you a random item. A little higher chance of something good than random drops. So I just got an E-Tank out of him, which is the best thing you can possibly get.
Well, do you know another obvious, easy part about him? if he does not give you what you want, you are allowed to skip the item and respawn.
Oh, really? If you don't pick it up, he'll...
Alright, well look, at least a little vindication here. I'm far, far behind you in terms of just stupid deaths, but took out Brightman first try with
Oh, nice.
with Toad. One comment on that, which again, like, you know, I did my homework and you're seeing how good that's doing. Although, I think we've had this we haven't had this argument, we've had this discussion. There we go. It's like, you've never argued against this. But, obviously, this is like working out or a puzzle. So, doing it is going to trump, actually just doing it, even if it's suboptimal, is going to trump knowing the secrets.
Right.
Unless, you know, there's some kind of hack, a la, you know, Mario warps, etc.
See, like, this time he's hitting me, and I'm as far over as I can get.
This one you can use Brightman on him and go through, by the way.
Oh, really? I was kind of wondering if there's another easy way to get through.
The other one you can't because he explodes the thing and you have to wait for it to explode to get down. But on this one, you could, in theory, use Brightman. If you are clever enough, you can dodge through the rings without getting hit. But that's like a clever jump.
This area here, if you see, does this seem suspicious to you? Is there a secret here I don't know about? I tried taking balloons up. I couldn't find anything. There's also this little area above me, like...
Not that I know of. I mean, at least in the walkthrough I went through, nothing was mentioned there. So,
I feel like there should be something here, but I've never, like I said.
Well, again, I mean, what's funny, and you know, we kind of note this with all the Mega Mans, and this one probably included, is with a lot of these games, you know, with what the? Oh, come on!
And I just realized I should have just killed myself at the beginning of this level because I've got 0 lives and not enough health to kill this guy.
Which guy are you doing?
Ringman, who's the hardest boss in the game, I think.
Ringman, so...
Maybe Dive Man.
I'm very annoyed there, my control... so we kind of talked this pre-show. I've got a new controller on the way, which is a wired one. Like, I have a wireless one, which I thought was clever. I was like, I don't want any wires. And then I've had batteries die, or just USB connections get interrupted, which just happened. So I just died on this level needlessly. I'm gonna be optimistic, especially since, you know, I'm gonna get a life refill shortly when I get the secret. But it is frustrating.
Yeah, and I gotta
that's my defense, is that I'm using a different controller. Like,
hey, you know, that's a Nintendo-worthy defense. That is, the controller isn't working, controller broke. That's been an excuse for decades.
Do you want to know the lamest thing as a kid that I figured out?
What's that?
So, I got good enough, intentionally, at throwing the Nintendo controller to hit the reset button and pretending it was an accident.
That's amazing.
And I mean, obviously, like, and by the way, when I said, like, make it look like an accident, I'm talking, you know, 2nd through 5th grade, I think. So, I think everybody, you know, anybody with half a brain. It is funny when you think you're a kid and you think you did stuff that adults didn't know, and it's like, oh,
yeah, I know. They'll never figure this out.
I've got a 5-year-old, and he definitely does the, like, hey, go over there. I'm like, why do you want me to go over there? I'm like, are you gonna eat the candy I just told you not to? He's like, no, but go over there.
Yeah, I'm totally not.
It's like, hate to tell you, man. I think I know what you're doing here.
Can't think of a reason you should go over there, but so just do it. No, think of a reason. Speaking of, oh, that was so dumb. These like rainbow bridge things, like if you touch them just a little bit, they will start disappearing on you.
Thing I would wreck. I really am gonna. Well, the good news is if I can make it to Pharaoh Man, it's cake. Like, as long as I make it, I've got full energy. It doesn't matter, but I'm out of lives, so that's definitely scary. On that level, what I would really recommend on that part where you're on the rainbow bridges, where they can hit you, the little Saturn things, is use Toad. Toadman is really great for just clearing out hard to hit bosses, especially if you just need to use jumps. So like Toad and Brightman are kind of your friends for hard jump areas where...
That's true, yeah, that's a good point. I haven't tried.
How, dude? How? Again, it's the controller, man. I get my new controller, it's game over, dude.
Alright.
Because yeah, what you're coming up on Ringman. Ringman's Pharaoh Man. You're going to want to jump. Basically, he just requires like 2 clever jumps. One thing that's interesting about Pharaoh Man's weapon that's kind of cool is you carry like around a sun that you can. It's the closest to the Metal Man, but the reason it's not as broken is because you have to charge it first to make it, and it uses a fair amount of energy once you use it.
Yeah, it's another one of the boss weapons you get that connects to recharge, which is...
So that's definitely cool, but what I would say about it is...
No! I sat there making sure it wasn't going to move, and then it started moving like...
It comes back, dude. I don't know what to tell you,
No,
but
it shouldn't move. Why did it move there?
I got my own problems here, dude. I can't.
Makes no sense.
I can't get through the sands of the desert with that. That last one, I should have made it, but it killed me. Anyway, I was done.
Like when we were talking before we started, like I was saying, this feels like a little more polished than some of the other Mega Mans, but the levels are like my friends and I used to talk about games being Mega Man hard and like having Mega Man jumps, and this is really what we're talking about. Like this game where you have all these pixel perfect things. The designers just hate the player. They make it as frustrating as possible.
You know, when we started streaming, we actually did a game project we did together in undergraduate school, and that was like our first foray into streaming, because we're like, you know what the kids like on the streamings is 2 40-year-olds talking about GUI, about that wasn't even a GUI, it was really a mud, but then not even mud, just a user dungeon that they made in Java 20 years ago. Jesus, can you believe that? So top of the world. We did that, and in that, I just kind of remember you being very unforgiving and mean as a level. You know, as a level designer, I was very much, okay, if we're going to put lava floors in a room, there should be, you know, very Zelda, right? If there are lava floors, there should be boots that are against lava somewhere. You might not need them, but you should go there. And then you just slowly over time were just like, okay, well, I'm going to, at bare minimum, right, put in like walls that do 1 damage or something to you.
Right.
And we kind of talked Mega Man 3, where you kind of said you beat Mega Man 3 out of spite. I'm doing the classic Nintendo thing here. A friend of ours is really good at doing this with his thumb.
Yeah,
I'm doing the classic method of just holding it down and spamming it with my forefinger. But apparently, if you can vibrate your hand and move your thumb super fast, that's like the ideal way to do it. And I think that's an ideal way to give me carpal tunnel.
Yeah, I was thinking about him while fighting him too. I was like, he would be really good at like speedrunning that boss.
You know, something funny I found out because I did some research for the Punch Out podcast that I did today, or recorded today. And one thing that's interesting about Punch Out is it buffers moves. So in theory, if you go into a level and know what's coming, and there's only one case this happens, which is Piston Honda. If you go into Piston Honda's level, you can basically automatically just win the fight by doing a combination of, I want to say, 30 some odd moves. Like you can literally just spam your punch button, spam your dodge button, spam your punch button, and you're guaranteed to win. It's kind of cool. Because when you're talking like pixel.
Whoa, that was very cool.
Oh, did you do the little where you miss it, but then it forgives you and it pushes you forward?
Yeah, it like caught me.
Kind of a zip thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
There's a collision error and it doesn't know what to do, and it just resets Mega Man to the right.
You know, when I first got on this level again, practicing for this, I remembered the bridge things disappearing like that. But in my head, I thought like if they caught you when they were closing, they would just kill you, which seems like a very Mega Man thing to do, but they actually don't do that.
Yeah, you're saying in Mega Man you're used to the level just hating you.
Yeah, just like killing you instantly for no reason, any chance it gets. And yeah, so you were talking about Pharaoh Man. You can charge this up before walking in there. You have this sun, like you were saying, above you, and like you're saying, it's a really interesting weapon because if this ball hits an enemy, it goes away and it does damage to him. But it's still charged up, so you can still like release the button and throw it also. So you
But
can, like,
also,
shoot
if you
hits.
press start,
Yeah.
you are capable of charging it again.
Not sure I know what you mean.
So if you wanted to right now, if you have the ball fully charged, after it hits someone, you are allowed to press start without using any energy and use it again. And that's actually useful against Dr. Wily in the end.
Oh, okay.
Because if you're like low on Pharaoh energy and you want to beat him, because that's the weapon you're supposed to beat the final thing, one of the places he shows up is the middle. And so if you know that's coming, you can jump and hit him, press start, save your energy, do it again.
Interesting. Yeah, because that was something, like, I did figure out after a lot of trial and error that Pharaoh Man is the only weapon I know of that can hurt him at the end.
I mean, I think in general the Buster can hurt Wily, but it's just hard. Like, it's unforgivably hard, and I mean, maybe if you're a speedrunner that can, like, tap super fast or something.
Yeah.
Because I would be willing to bet that's probably, I mean, if we go look up speedruns, that's probably a challenge, right? Like, Buster only or something.
I'm sure it is, yeah. I think with most Mega Man games it is. I want to say that Dustman's level is one I remember pretty distinctly from a kid for its difficulty, and playing it again, this level hates you more than, like, any other video game level.
Oh, Eon the First! Eon the First! Woo!
Nice.
Eddie likes me more than you. See Eddie giving you just that, like, little energy power-up. Gives me
Yeah,
a
he knew what I
Eddie knows what you like. Yeah, gotta keep this channel PG, man.
Oh yeah, this is a good place, like you were saying, to use Toadman, because these ladybug things are also just really annoying.
Oh, they're relentless.
Because they move in like this really strange pattern that just makes them hard to hit. They've got their propeller going. And this is kind of a strange part, because it has these appearing blocks that don't disappear, which is kind of unusual for Mega Man. Usually they go away.
It's cool. I mean, this. You know what's interesting? We didn't talk about it. We both kind of got through that phase. It took you a while to get through the phase, but I was struggling on the other phase at the same time. The one phase, Brightman's phase, the little bowls that are almost, I would almost equate to. By the way, I'm not going to show you because I want to actually.
Oops. Yeah, so these crusher things have stressed me out in, like, especially this game, but any game that has moving, crushing ceilings is just stressful.
Well, this one, it's not actually that hard. You can't really get crushed unless you leave the blocks up, or there's one little section toward the end.
Yeah, there's one part.
Talking to myself.
And
I
Mega
hit
Man
myself.
does work on these things.
Yeah, Ring is pretty.
Oh, and I died because
What?
because I suck.
Only one of us is allowed to suck, and I'm pretty sure tonight it's me, just as an FYI, so.
And the charge, the Super Buster, where you can charge it up, is cool, but it's also a little annoying because it won't always charge when you expect it to. Like, if you're just holding the button, it's not necessarily going to charge. You have to have just a shot for it to start charging. So if you, like, take damage and you're holding the button thinking you're going to charge up and shoot the boss, you're not. You're just standing there looking stupid.
Yep, that's me a lot of the time. Standing there, looking stupid. Okay, so Dustman's phase, like, let's kind of rate some of these. So Dustman's phase-ish. His weapon doesn't really line up with this. Like, I'll give you Brightman, the concept in the Mega Man level that a flash stops time is canon.
Mm-hmm. Right, from Mega Man
2. Flash. So we'll give you Brightman. Although, to be fair, then, like, what you're getting, like, look, it's funny about these Mega Mans, and Mega Man 3 did it, probably more out of we've kind of talked this, forgot about that. That's literally, you've said this level's unforgiving. was on autopilot and forgot that you just get knocked right in if you're not paying attention.
Yeah, I've died so many times because of that. Like, it's ridiculous.
But so, we kind of say lazy, but it's more, working with what you got. If you're out of time on a crunch and you're like, okay, well, we need 2 more levels, what do we do? Okay, well, you can reuse one of the levels. I hate myself so much, maybe I should know this. You can reuse one of the levels you've already done, and you can reuse code from a previous boss, because, I would guess this is the same, I'd sense, just based on the sprites and stuff, that all of the Mega Mans are a similar engine.
Yeah. And
I'm just gonna...
I'm sure they're very similar.
Too easy.
So I'll say Dustman is a vacuum cleaner, as you would expect, that also shoots
spikes,
garbage at you.
It's not actually kind of inaccurate, because have you ever had like a vacuum cleaner and you mess up and you suck up something you're not supposed to, and it gets like lodged in and it actually gets propelled out? So I guess I can give it to you a little.
Does that happen?
Yeah.
Do vacuum cleaners have a reverse? Like in cartoons, they do. You can just like start shooting stuff out of them.
Maybe like a shot back. I don't know.
Yeah, shot back.
Answer us in the comments below.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Use the hashtag
vacuum cleaner
shotback22.
Quizzes.
Shotback Rixter. Rixter back. Vacuum Rixter. I'm not finding anything, dude.
Here we are.
Rixter sucks.
Wow. Here we are at Skullman. Like you had mentioned before, they really went with the bone theme on Skullman's level, didn't they?
Well, this is ironic. I mean, this is going to be a fun joke comment, right? They really just did a bone skin of the level. I
went back into this room just because I do think it's cool that the background has like these fossilized robot snake in the background. That's a nice touch. Again, this kind of goes back to what we were talking about in Mega Man 1. Like, who actually made these levels? Like, is it the robot? Did they find them?
Well, we actually have the answer in all of them. So let's get into some of the plot.
All right, yeah. Right. Who made a Skullman's level?
You want to know something annoying? I'm going to tell you Mega Man 1, but it actually varies based on US or Japan.
Oh.
So in Japan, Dr. Light and Dr. Wily build the robots together.
And so this was Mega Man 1, right?
First one. And then Dr. Wily takes control of them for his own nefarious purposes. And the only robots that Dr. Light has are Rock and Roll, who are cleaning robots, and Rock, as we learned at the start of this game.
Well, Mega Man, Rockman is an assistant, whatever that means.
Sure.
Assistant. That's what it says.
Okay, I believe you.
Yeah,
you're right. That's what it says.
He's assistant to the Doctor.
Oh, you're making a Dwight Schrute joke. You miss an Office joke.
Yeah.
An Office Mega Man.
That's right. Mega Man working in
the reduced
the office. Yeah.
Yeah. Clever. But Mega Man wants to help, and he's a cleaning robot or an assistant, whatever.
I really like these little green caterpillar robots.
You like the insect ones that aren't that dangerous.
Yeah, like the little spider ones. They're here to root me out.
They're cool. They're not mean, and you're not actually wrong. Because the spider, those little ones.
I knew I shouldn't have
the game.
tried that jump. That was stupid.
You use the balloon.
I know,
past Landon.
I know, I got good. I was able to do it once.
No,
I thought
you weren't.
I could do it this.
You're making.
No, I made that jump once.
You're misremembering. I don't believe you.
No, I did it.
It was like when you beat Scorpion, right?
Yeah, I just got my life back.
I told you I could beat Scorpion. Remember? It's Malcolm in the Middle. See, I'm gonna make relevant TV jokes.
I didn't.
No, you should watch it. I'll wait.
I watched Breaking Bad. Is that close enough?
Yeah, yep. On Better Call. We were talking about that. We've agreed that Sopranos and Breaking Bad pretty good shows.
I haven't seen Sopranos either. But yeah, Breaking Bad is amazing. But yeah, like that jump I failed earlier, that's like the definition of a Mega Man jump, where it's just pixel perfect. And they do that so much more in this game than the previous games. 3 had one jump in Snake Man.
The balloon.
Yeah, I
just
used it.
use the balloon.
But like, why would they do this to me? Like,
because they hate you.
They know I want to.
You're like, why is Mega Man mean to me? And we've all told you Mega Man doesn't like you. We've told you he's not your friend, and you don't believe us. You're like, but Mega Man told me he's secretly my friend. He just has to be with me at school because he's in front of the other friends and he doesn't want Proto Man or Break Man.
Yeah, he has to look cool in front of Break Man.
It's like, I hope Break Man thinks I'm cool. He's so mysterious.
He's got sunglasses.
Yeah, like Break Man isn't Break Man. He's Proto Man. It's like, Proto Man is your brother. It's like, by that logic, by the way, all of the robots are his brother. It's Dustman to Skullman, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this should be cake for you. I'm catching up, but the one frustrating part for me is as you get going, these later bosses get easier as you have more things, and as you use things like the balloon.
Yeah. Skullman's cool. Like, the way he fights is kind of different than a lot of the other robots.
He doesn't move if you don't move, which is very funny.
He does, though. He'll, like, run up to you, but he's all about intimidation, right? He's got, like, a skull on his head. And when he charges you, he stops right in front of you. Like, he doesn't run into you like the other bosses. He just, like, run up right into your face, stare at you, and, like, hope you just give up or something. I don't know.
Yep.
But he's pretty easy with throwing garbage at him.
Okay, so Mega Man 1.
Yeah.
Story changes. Japan, they build them together. I think the United States, Dr. Wily is the builder. So it's either Dr. Light's robots are corrupted by Dr. Wily, or Dr. Wily builds the robots. Take your pick, whatever canon you want to go with. Mega Man 2, Dr. Wily just builds the robots himself, and so these robots randomly show up. And so, maybe they go out and do it. Mega Man 3, this is where the game starts to approach ridiculousness, this one included for the same reason. In Mega Man 3, Dr. Wily's like, listen, dude, we used to be partners, my bad. Remember the good old days, the good old times, let's team up again. So Dr. Light's like, let's do it. He's like, I got a plan. Let's make an unstoppable robot. Dr. Light's like, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I know. It's like I was kind of wondering about that. Like, why was he on board with? What was the justification for this robot?
Dr. Light is an idiot, very clearly. But he says, let's make an unstoppable robot together. And to build this unstoppable robot, we need materials from off-world. So why don't we build 8 robots? They love 8. It started with 6, turned into 8.
Right.
Let's build 8 robots that go to these other planets and hunt for these minerals. And then the robots mysteriously just start misbehaving. So we don't think it's Dr. Wily. We just go, oh no, the robots are misbehaving. Someone's got to do something. And Mega Man has a strong sense of justice, as we learned in this game,
right,
and agrees to do it. So Mega Man goes to fight the robots. You were confused. This was awesome because you got really far and beat the game, and you're like, "What are they talking?" He's like,
so all of a sudden he's talking about like gamma.
He's like, Dr. Light's talking about the elements, and oh no, and what's going on?
Mega Man's over here. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What are you guys talking about?
I mean, I did that. Especially as we got more PlayStation games. I was probably guilty of this in like Final Fantasy VII, but. Once you got more text-based games where he's like, I'm going to tell you all about Sephiroth. I'm like, I'm just going to click A a bunch.
Right.
And later, I'm like, oh, wow, Sephiroth's like, that's not really Sephiroth. It's like a spirit by Sephiroth's thing, and it's really Genova. And whoa, who would have known?
I know.
Like, well, if you'd have read anything. I'm like, who's got time for that?
Yeah, and not to interrupt, but this is the other secret location where it looks like you're gonna fall down and die. I also want to point out that this effect to jump through the water, like the splash, it's pretty cool. Like, that's some animation going on here. It's pretty good. Anyway.
Mega Man, come for the animation, don't stay for the pixel perfect jump.
So I actually
now,
found
I'm on
this one
level, and you put a balloon here, and you walk across.
It's crazy talk.
Just as an FYI to anybody who wants to know.
Then you get this, and then you have to go backwards. And they put way more spikes in this game than previous games too. The insta-kill spikes, lots of pits to fall in. They just really want to kill you in one shot. I'm not even sure why Mega Man has.
Oh, these things are really hard to beat with what you call. Those little things. I just use Mr. Toad to kill it because I've definitely died.
What things?
These little things here.
What, that I'm fighting, the Stingray guys, or?
No, me. I like the Stingray guys. They do a predictable pattern, and they can give you health if you need it. They are my friends. Very much like the cat.
The Stingray guys.
I am friends with the Stingrays and the cat.
Does make
I
you
am not friends with the whales and the hippopotami.
No, nobody is friends with the whales. In these mines... Oops. This game is also... Like, it's a classic Nintendo thing that you go off screen, you come back, and the enemies respawn. And that happens in the other Mega Man games, but I feel like it's way less lenient in this game than the previous one. Like, you go off 1 pixel and the enemy has respawned. So be careful about that. I'm not totally sure what triggers these mines to actually explode. Is it shooting them? Is it getting close to them? Do they just decide to when they feel like it?
The mines?
Yeah.
They respawn?
They do respawn, and I'm not sure.
So if you ask them a question, they respond to you?
They respond, yeah. They're like, oh, well, blah, 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 blah.
Exactly. Just like that.
Exactly like that. Dive Man, if you're unlucky or probably just not very good like me, can be really difficult. Like, I think he would be one of the hardest ones to beat with just the Buster. Because he does a lot of damage. And he will fly right into you like he did, and I died. And I'm not sure I have enough to kill him now. You do get quite a few E-tanks in this game, though, so it could probably...
That's nice. I mean, I think we were saying that towards the beginning, is that the E-tanks persist when you die, which is really, really useful, because then it's at least like, okay, you made it all through the level, you had 2 E-tanks going to the boss, you die in front of the boss, I have to do this entire stupid level again, at least I have 2 E-tanks. At least I'm going to probably be able to, you know, save one. Oh. This is exciting.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it's well known that Dive Man dives and
I did
torpedo.
it. Oh, no.
Fun. Like dive and torpedo.
Oh, no.
I give it to him. I forgive you, Dive Man. Dive Man's one of
I hate Dive Man.
Yeah, he hates you, because that's why he killed you.
He didn't even touch me. I know he didn't touch me.
Well, he might not have. We've had many discussions about Nintendo and collision detection.
That is true.
And Mega Man is like infamous for screwy collision detection.
Like a really bad collision.
Okay, this level that we're both on now, the Dive Man stage, these little, what are the head things called? I'm just gonna make up a name like you called like Eddie, like Flip Head. I'm gonna call them Helmet Heads.
Yeah, they're like helmet guys. I always called them helmet guys.
Helmety, Helmet Guy, Netties. I don't know. Okay. But those guys, the ones in this stage. My controller's giving out. Thus far, I've only had 1 death to that, and I'm not gonna like say that that's squandered. Like, if I was much closer to you, which I mean I am kind of sort of getting.
We are like neck and neck again.
Nice. Okay, so as I was saying, the controller's the entire reason if I lose,
Right.
as we were just discussing. Oh, you suck, Eddie. This is wild. Yeah, we are. But what was I saying? Dive guy. Oh, the little guys in the stage have snorkels, which makes 0 sense.
I was actually going to point that out. I really like how they have snorkels.
Like,
I like how they're these underwater helmet guys.
Underwater with a snorkel.
They don't know that. They seem to be doing okay. That is
like,
pretty funny. That
oh,
you point
so
that
I
out,
just
like,
heard like podcast network. I like. I think this is Small Beans. They have Small Beans and Gamefully Unemployed, two awesome podcasts, have a crossover podcast on Steven Spielberg. They're going over all the works of Steven Spielberg, which is pretty cool. And they just went over AI today, and I've never actually seen it. I think I've read the synopsis a few times. But the funny part about AI, haha, is there's actually a robot in that game that the end of the movie is he sinks to the bottom of the ocean and stays there for 2,000 years. I'm landing, I'm so special, I don't have to go back for the wire thing. I can just keep going.
Something else really dumb about this game is this camera transition I just went through, if you're jumping at the very top of the
I think
water,
I have turbo turned on, and it's not intentional for what it's worth.
you will come through and you will hit those spikes, and you can't dodge it. Like, you will just hit them. And that's what I did the first time playing this level. There's a lot of, like, you just can't help it. You're just gonna die. Alright, some health.
Turn off turbo.
To be honest, turbo probably doesn't help you much.
But I'm actually worried about like other weapons. Like it might hurt me.
I think it would. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, because like I was saying when we were doing Mega Man 3, like you can only have a certain number.
Can I ask for a pause if that works?
Yeah, here, I'll pause it.
This controller, it is the worst. Yeah, I'm like blaming it on the controller, and the controller's like, actually, nope, you're right.
But yeah, there's a little bit of strategy to managing how many projectiles you have on screen and like when you're shooting them. You good to go?
Oh yeah, I guess.
That's fine. That's fine. He can kill me this time. I don't even care. I got 2 more lives. Not enough ammo, but that's fine. I'm just gonna use any tank. I don't even care. It's fine.
Yeah, if you see I'm... This is annoying. Let me see if I can... Yeah, I'm kind of screwed at the moment. I really don't know what I did. Just really bizarre.
Oh crap, I ran out. That was close. Using an E-tank.
Give me 1 second, I don't know. I have no idea what to do here.
Are you still having controller issues?
Yeah, I can't figure out how to turn off.
Okay, here, I just finished this guy. I'll just hang out on the select screen until you figure that out.
Alright. If you want to give me like 10 seconds. You were ahead of me because of as we mentioned, I went back for the wire. You did not.
Right.
So yeah, if you... Yeah. I just did reset to deep. The good news is I think...
What controller are you using?
I'm using like a USB one. Let me see if I can... This is not good television, I'm aware. Actually, if you're okay with it. Alright, let's see if I can talk in Amazon search at the same time. So I'm going to look up turn off. I'm going to look up the controller I bought.
Sure.
And actually... yeah, okay.
So...
Mega Man 1... Dr. Light, Dr. Wily make them together.
We're having such a hard time getting through this story.
So Mega Man 3, they work together. What's up?
It's just we've recapped the story starting from Mega Man 1 like 6 times now. We're easily distracted. No, I agree. Like, continue, please. I didn't mean to get us off topic again.
Oh,
so, yeah. They work together, Mega Man 2, Mega Man 3, they build Gamma, this giant killing machine for some reason.
Controller, and then it turns out that Dr. Wily was behind it all the time. Oh no, who could have seen it coming? And okay, let's see, this seems to say it. So let's see if this thing says Press and hold the minus button and the home button. Press and hold the minus and start button to turn off. That's not it.
I do want to point out real quick that one thing, like remembering renting these games as a kid, like I never owned any of them, but I rented them, and one of my friends, when I was a little kid, had Mega Man 2, which is why that one was kind of like very nostalgic for me. But rented all these games, and there were 5 of them. I know there were 6, but I don't think my store had the 6th one, or maybe that one came out later. But there were like 5 of them, so you could always go to the rental store, and there'd be a different Mega Man you could rent and play. And they were all, like, you knew what you were getting, because they were all Mega Man, they're all, like, pretty similar. But it was still pretty cool having that option to have all these different Mega Mans. They had different bosses. You didn't know what the 8 different robot masters were going to be. And this one was interesting because it does have like this Dr. C in the middle instead of Dr. Wily, which we've seen in the other games so far.
God. I apologize. Like, I really wish my new controller was here. This is very frustrating.
But yeah, renting them, definitely had no idea what the story was. What was happening?
That doesn't do it. Doesn't do it. I don't know.
Really,
this is really rough. I mean, I can't. This
really
is unplayable.
Sure. Yeah. No.
Obviously, if I can't.
Dumb suggestion, but have you tried turning it off and on again?
I have actually.
Okay.
Okay, I think I'm there. Cool.
Got it?
What I did similar to turning it on and off again is I went to the device panel. Oh my god. Autoplay. I went to the control panel, which you might see pop up.
I see a gray box.
Okay, I should be back. Maybe, I don't... God damn it.
Yeah, I'm watching your screen. It looked like... Maybe not.
Yeah, see, I can't... If that's me holding down... This is... I feel bad. Do we want to do a state... Sounds dumb. Do we want to do a save state, or maybe you just won, right?
I beat Dive Man, yeah.
You just beat the boss. Let's see. This one is Dive Man is. Let me see. Let me verify something really quick. Okay, good. So Dive Man, I can use the weapon as is. So if you want to, we could maybe do a time disparity. So maybe call it here. Both of us just die after, hopefully I beat this, and then we give you a time advantage post this, if that makes sense. Would that be?
Sure, I mean, if you don't think it... Oh, yeah, go ahead.
There is a save state. But I've seen those act weird on this version of the game. And I mean, I'm like, it's the classic, I'm struggling trying to fix it, and I can tell it's getting, both boring and late.
Well, I mean...
Right. Because it's, we've hit our hour about. So, I mean, that's my suggestion is we both get we both get a code, this classic Mega Man, next time we play. And, potentially I might, my normal schedule is like Tuesdays. And then I do kind of every other Tuesday where I podcast on others. I'd be happy to maybe do a makeup like on a Saturday or something, a day that maybe works better for both of us so we don't have to wait so long in between.
Yeah, I mean...
Just because at this point, it's getting...
Yeah, it's up to you. If you don't want to, sit here for however long it might take, which is, I recognize, an unknowable amount of time. Right?
Yeah, I mean, it should be simple. I'm kind of just annoyed.
No,
but like I said, the good news is I'm on a boss. For those that don't know, to beat this boss, there are 2 requirements. Let's talk about that briefly. Right. Dr. Wily. Okay, there you go. Maybe I do know how to play this game. What are you thinking? I mean, we can even watch the stream to figure out an adequate amount of time that you are ahead. I am going to take a picture of this. This is how old school, how we used to continue.
I am actually going to just use the save state because I'm on the NES Classic, the Mini, which does a pretty good job of save states.
There is this version of the game on 6. Okay, you can memorize that if you want to, if you want the same start. I think I have more E-tanks than you, so let me give one more try to see. So yeah, how about, okay, so I'm curious, so do you know Mega Man 4's plot? Can you explain that? Well, start to finish, let's go.
Mega Man 4, let's see, bombs started exploding in the city, the newspapers started saying, oh man, it's Dr. Cossack. Russian.
Yep.
Blowing up our cities. Mega Man, we need you, man. And that's what happened. Now here we are.
Okay, last one. I unplugged the USB. Okay, we can go.
Oh, are we good to go?
We're good to go.
All right.
So what do you think? Just tell me amount of time, and I'll just sit here and wait and shoot. But you were ahead of me by a decent amount, just because I went back for the wire thing.
No. Let's just go.
All right. I'm gonna say if I don't win convincingly, it's at best a draw. So onus is on me to play well. And we started a little early tonight, so here, I mean, we were kind of talking this, but in about an hour we're almost through the original 8. So depending on how we do on the Wily and Cossack bosses. All right. So anyway, this one, the shock is you're getting attacked randomly. And you're like, oh man, must be Dr. Wily. And you're like, nope, it's Dr. Cossack. Like, who?
Oh my god, who's this guy? Yeah.
Exactly. And he's got 8 robots, and they're killing stuff, and so Mega Man's like, I got this. And Dr. Light's like, we've talked this a lot. Like in Mega Man
this is the part
1,
where if you want
Mega Man 1 again really quick.
Free life, you just take damage there. You're like, you know what? It's easier than messing with these spikes.
Okay, welcome to the RixterGT stream where I'm going to teach you the joy of balloons. You can hop on balloons.
No.
Remember,
we don't use
balloons,
any items.
people.
It's always...
You
going
hop,
to the menu takes time. Like, we're speedrunning here. I really hate these turrets, too. Like, we've seen things like them, but these guys... The timing is... I'm just not good at it for some reason.
I'm not watching it, so at the moment.
So you'll know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, these suck.
Yeah. And who needs balloons when you got your good friend Rush with the spring in his back?
But Dr. Cossack is attacking, and it's supposed to be like, it's really odd in these games because in 3 and 4, they're like, and it was really Dr. Cossack, and you're like, okay, I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
So Mega Man 3, that's what happened. It's like this weird dude keeps showing up and whistling at you.
Yeah.
And
like,
you're just
like we determined that he's actually over there whistling. Like, that's not just for the player.
I hate you, controller. I hate you, controller. But that is acceptable because I wanted to give Landon some time.
This is the weirdest level, too. Like, you hit these switches to turn on the ground.
It's cool. I like it. And this is definitely one where I would recommend using Bright through that section.
Oh, really? For, like, these flying guys?
Yeah, no, just like you pause time, then you can still hit it.
Ooh, I thought I messed that up. But I didn't, because I'm Mega Man. Yeah, I was also practicing starting with Drill Man because you get the thing.
Rush Jet. We were talking about this, yeah.
Which is less useful in this game than it is the previous one, but there's a couple places where, like Toad Man especially, like, because I hate that first part of the level so much. not being able to just fly over it, not worrying about like the rain and the wind and all that other.
And this is the
hey,
mean one. And here's what I'm going to recommend to you here. You're going to talk about a weapon. You may have heard of it. It's called the balloon.
Well, you don't have the balloon on the very first level.
If you do this one first, which you shouldn't, no one would do this one first.
But then you go straight from here to Toadman.
Yeah, and?
I don't know, that's all I got.
This one I'm just going to let him kill me once, because he's hard. The secret on Drillman that's kind of good is you really want to be in the air. So when he hops up, if you're in the air and you shoot, it comes down. Otherwise, if it hits his drill in front of him, it gets attacked.
Yeah.
Or it blocks, rather.
Drillman was one of the first guys I tried when I was just trying this game out, and he was what's the word I'm thinking of? Misleadingly easy, deceptively easy, because he just got in the loop where all he did was come up for air, I'd shoot him, and he'd drill back down, and then he'd come up and I shot him, and he'd go back down.
What? Did you watch that? What in the world?
And that's all he did. So he was super easy the first time. And then the next time I fought him, he starts shooting these missiles at me, and things are exploding all over the place, and it was just total chaos. And I was like,
He's not being nice to me today.
yeah, I see that. But
There we go. It's more of a normal run. You can keep going.
it's like, who's Dr. C? Oh my God! Here's his face. What a
like, who's this? And
what a
then later
twist.
we're going to find out that, Dr. Wily kidnapped him.
Do we want to keep going, or?
What do you think? Your call. You're the one in the later time zone.
It's up to you. I mean, it's only 11 o'clock here, so.
Says the single guy.
Yeah, we can.
Let's go.
If you, all right, let's do it.
Let's do this. Let's bring it on.
So he does have his own gigantic castle with like turrets. And,
Although here's a funny thing where your kind of intuition might pay off, is if you look at the turrets in the castle and the map you get, you're like, what's going on with this map? Like, what's all that open space over there? It's kind of a weird map. Like, why is the backdrop so big? Why is half the map not full?
Did you know? Did you find this hidden E-tank here?
What?
If like here, just go to the left.
What
Yeah,
nonsense is this?
I found that. And at first I wasn't sure if it was an E-tank or a free life, but it is an E-tank.
Are we gonna up this? Oh, so Zortanks, welcome back on this. I don't know. I mean, Landon's toying with me on this one. Like, my controller gave out, and he was ahead, and he, waited. And then he was ahead, and he waited again. So, I mean, I think this is one where I'll take the win that I'm happy that I'm competing and beating levels. And after
this one has been
really
pretty
rough,
close.
well, after Frogman was just bizarre, and I apologize to use this to defense. I mean, that's the one stage, in my opinion, where the pixel perfect jumps really matter, because with the others I actually try and be careful. You start with rush coil, so for the super long. So hey, Landon.
Yeah.
You heard about an item. It's a secret in this game, so you may not have gotten it. It's called the balloon.
It's not the balloon. You don't use the balloon here.
You use the balloon everywhere. Can't make a jump? Use the balloon.
So
E-tank, use the balloon.
I don't think I've used it. No, I haven't used it yet because I just got it. But RustJet does make a reappearance in this game from 3, but it's not nearly as good, because if you jump, it will not stay under you. It will just go on without you. And as soon as it hits anything, it just disappears and will let you fall and die. It does not care. But here
RustJet, what's fascinating on this one is it's kind of there was an old what I want to say here. There was an old arcade game or Atari game where you were like a jet, and you were just pushed forward, and you would control your altitude by pressing up and down, and you kind of wanted to do it really carefully. And the goal of the game was to maximize your altitude while dodging stuff.
Okay.
And the RustJet kind of works that way, which is when you turn it on, oh my god, Could have been bad. When you turn on the Rush Jet, it just kind of starts going, and you can control it. I hate ice. Oh, look! Did you see that? What am I doing? What's going on? I don't know what I'm doing. You can get rushed. And Soviet Russia, Rush jumps on you, I guess.
So I'm on the first Cossack boss, and if you die on these, you don't get to restart in this little boss room. You do have to start further back, which is annoying.
Yeah, at what point is there a point where the respawns are good, or
I don't think so.
what do you use on this?
I just use Buster. Like, I'm sure there's something better, but I don't know.
I would definitely make the argument on this one that you want to use Ring.
Oh, really?
Yep. Ring's kind of the de facto in this stage of the game.
What's funny, before starting this game, I knew Ringman was in it, and that's one thing I remember as a kid, from a kid, is Ringman's weapon just being really good.
It's pretty good, but again, like the hack would be if Ringman's weapon was, you know, multi-directional. The slingshot is really nice for bosses, but it's not super broke. I mean, like you can like one trick you can do, which I've used on that boss and others, is you jump, you overshoot the boss. Okay, I gotta ask, this part I'm on right here, you used Rush Jet here, right? Are you just going...
I did use Balloon here.
Oh, you finally recognized the power of balloons.
Yeah, my first time through, I didn't find the balloon. I'd totally forgotten about these secret items until I...
Look at this pixel perfect jump. Watch this.
That was good.
Oh!
Yeah, I'd totally forgotten about these secret items. Like, I probably never even found the balloon as a kid. I don't know.
Well, let's see, the wire is pretty easy to find. The balloon is really hard, I would argue.
Yeah, because I found the wire first.
I hate this.
And that's when I realized that there were... Then I had, like, when I first got to Wily, practicing for this, I had this extra blank spot in my menu, and that's how I knew there was something else I was missing. Ouch.
Some nonsense. That's why balloons are better than Rush Jet. Rush Jet gets you hit by wire thingies.
Ah, no! Oh.
Yeah, see, we both agree. Rush Jet is the worst.
Rush Jet sucks in this one. It will just get you killed.
Yeah, you should have jumped there, which is really useful to tell you in the past.
Zortanks, for all I know, the NES Mini has a Raspberry Pi in it. I don't know what it's powered.
So the one I ordered a Super Nintendo looking controller that has Raspberry Pi comments on it. So it's wired. Because I've actually gotten hit a few times on this one already with just Bluetooth giving out.
Bluetooth. Rush Jet go away, and he teleports back.
I hate to do this, but I'm going to use an E-Tank.
Be careful using Rush Jet coming up on these ladders, because it will disappear before you have a chance to grab on.
Oh my god, did you see what happened there? I've never had this happen. That's wild.
Sorry,
I got knocked through the ground.
Really?
Yeah. I hate this level. I hate this game.
Alright, so here's the first time I'm going to use the wire, the Batman. Which, the wire is hilarious because you can actually make Mega Man look up, and he looks ridiculous doing it.
I love it.
This is refill my balloons.
I hate that I was talking a lot, and it's clear I'm I want to beat this stupid game. So I'm not talking as much.
So is this game stupider than Mega Man 3?
Oh, this is a much better game than Mega Man 3. It's not even a question. Infinitely. I think this is a much superior game. It's much more forgiving, much nicer playthrough, more balanced. You know, there's enough new added to make it novel. The bosses, even if they are still stupid and don't make a lot of sense with the level, it's a USB transmitter, which Zortanks was asking about my controller, and so this is what really ticks me off, is I have a USB transmitter, and it just like that is Bluetooth, that connects. I mean, I guess it's I guess it's not Bluetooth, but I have a USB transmitter, and my controller still just like gives out, which doesn't make it like that was almost the point of going for that versus Bluetooth. Is going for the like for instance, my headset is a USB transmitter as well, and my headset is awesome, but my controller sucks and I hate it.
Is that a 8-bit dude or
I don't know actually. I was looking. This is the worst.
Man, falling multiple screens is also classic Mega Man. And this is a really strange boss. It's really interesting.
Okay, so the secret is you slide under him twice.
Sometimes. Once in a while, it's only twice. Or one. Sometimes he comes by 3 times, sometimes he comes by 1. I'm using Dustman on this guy, is that right?
Yes.
Let's see. Dust. Now he's already becoming slow for some
Be hosed.
almost died.
What's that like?
I wouldn't know.
Oh!
See, I agree. I think this is a better game than 3. 3, like we talked about, I practiced it a lot because I hated it, so I had a little bit of like Stockholm syndrome against it, where like I kind of like it, even though it is really dumb. I think it's got more stuff than this game though. Like this game takes me longer to beat than 3 because I haven't played it as much. But
I was gonna say, by the way, did you give your friends like a later time? Because there's like 6 people in the channel now. Weird. Welcome, people.
Oh, I don't know who else here. But yeah, like there's a lot of stuff in 3. Like it's got the revisited levels, it's got the Mega Man 2 bosses, and then it's also got like the Wily stages. Where this, instead of like the revisited levels, it's got this Cossack guy's castle, but it's I don't think it's as long. I don't think it's as big. But the levels feel more dense overall, especially the boss levels. Like I feel like they're shorter but harder. Like there's more stuff going on.
Oh yeah, El Mariachi said they just had a beer and now they're here.
Oh.
I am debating. I'm gonna see what happens where you start over. So this is like my normal thing. Is basically I just fail miserably on the very first stage, then try and catch up, which is in some ways impressive.
It is, yeah.
But I want to see if you can beat it. I actually died intentionally there just because I'm out of balloon. I'm low on rush jet.
Oh yeah. So sometimes you have to just.
Yeah, I'm gonna take.
You can get that E-tank still. It'll respawn if you.
Oh, it does. So wait. So let's actually plug it. So I'm over here. I have 2 E-tanks, and how do you get it?
It's just over on the left. It's just in the snow. You just can't see it. I think it was Donkey Kong Country for the Super Nintendo that got me always like first thing you do in a level is walk backwards.
We walk left to see if there's like a tree or something in there.
Yeah, there could be something. I really like these platforms. These are surprisingly helpful platforms for a Mega Man game.
We have an audience question, which is, do the Mega Man bosses repeat? And the answer is actually no. Mega Man 3, they show up as super bosses in a filler part of the game, but each game has a new set of bosses, and at least for the Famicom, as I'm aware, I haven't looked up 5 and 6 yet, but I did look up 4. 2, 3, and 4 are fan selected. So fans.
4 is also.
I believe 4 is as well. And if you look, like a fun thing to do if you want nightmares, just look up like fan Toadman Mega Man 4 submission, because like it looks very similar, but like the toad head's in the middle of the torso, and it looks absolutely terrifying. It's the things nightmares are made of. It's probably made by like some 5-year-old that really likes Mega Man.
So
Maybe
this level, I'm gonna use that.
Where were you? What were you drawing in 1990, whatever this came out?
I was actually like drawing Mega Man stuff.
Oh, there we go. Were you drawing toads that were terrifying?
I was not drawing toads that I can remember. I am using the Pharaoh
so
Man
this one
trick
you
I
want
was
to use
talking
the
about.
Pharaoh, and what you this is a case, as I was mentioning. The trick you can do
That's what
is
I was just gonna say.
what?
Yeah, where you can jump into him, the sun disappears, takes damage, but you still have the charge, so you can throw it again.
I'm saying even better than that is you can jump into him. The sun takes damage. You press start, and you don't lose any energy.
I see.
And you can recharge. So you can actually get infinite Pharaoh as long as you only use the Pharaoh as a passive attacker.
So something cool about this map, it showed
Bus driver, man.
this square.
I'm liking these. Yeah, so I had to cut you off because this is getting more interesting. Zortinx has a couple one. So there's Chicken Man. That's a good one.
Chicken Man, yeah.
Tambourine Man. Play a song for me. Bus driver man. These are good. What do you think?
These are pretty good.
Better than Mega Man freaking 3.
And so the last part of the game is kind of difficult because all of your energies on these weapons carry over, so they never get recharged unless you recharge them yourself.
And there is a one spawn recharge, but after that it's over. You can, if you want to, towards the end, start farming in a few places. I really like there are these skulls that drop out of the game. I want the refresh. Zortinx asking the refresh. It can't be that high. You'd know better than me about like good monitors and stuff, right? For like what you should have in an Idea 1.
CRTs were 60.
So that's like.
I think most Nintendo games attempted to display at 60 frames per second.
That's pretty good,
there's
actually.
a lot of slowdown. Yeah, it was. Now, how many of them actually did that, I don't know. But Mega Man's like pretty high.
What is this nonsense? I beat the Moth with no trying, no deaths, no stupid game.
Oh, so like I was saying, the map that we just saw showed like this diverging path that meets up again. That actually shows up in the level. So here I can either go up to this ladder and climb up, or I can use the wire. Whoops, not rushed yet. And destroy this door and go this other direction. And I tried them both. I'm practicing for this. And if you go up, you get an extra life. If you go this way, you get empty tank.
Oh, which way?
If you go through the door, if you go through the exploding door, you get empty tank. But I have as many tanks as I can carry. And
oh, look at you.
yeah, so that's annoying. You have 9 E-tanks. That's as many as you can carry. But for some reason in the menu it shows them as double digits. Like, what's that 0 doing there? It makes it look like you can have like 99 or at least 10. But you can't.
Yeah, where's your pixel perfect game now?
I don't know. And this is where you would fall down if you went the other route.
Okay, and so here with Rush, you want to be really careful. I actually just jump off here. Again, jump off here. Goes to land, and I think you were showing, like in one of the first run-throughs, you died there. So you just want to be careful.
Yeah, and then this part, like, going back to its Mega Man 3 roots, there's some places where you just have to take damage, I guess.
Yeah, you like it.
I hate it. And yeah, for anyone just joining us, yeah, you wouldn't be able to play Mega Man very well on
So what is this? Explain.
What's that?
Speak to me as if I am a child. Okay, let's see what happens if I... Come on, Rush Marine! It's not coming. Weird. I'm child, but what's an EINK?
E-Ink. It's like a Kindle, Paperwhite, things like that, like e-readers that have like the paper looking screen. Can't remember who I'm fighting.
And apparently they are good. I mean, what's interesting.
Oh yeah, so here we are. I'm also not sure what the ideal weapon for this guy is. Like, here we are at Dr. Kosick, we're like, oh no, he's...
Do you want an annoying answer? It is always the... this one's dust, actually. I was going to say rink, but it's always dust.
It's like, just the charge beam works pretty good on it, too. We're like, oh no, what's this guy doing to us? Oh no, he picked me up. Then he drops me, and for some reason I take fall damage.
Yeah, that's how it works. What's your point? You're like confused by the physics of the world.
And then I kill him, so when he comes back here, then Proto Man shows up.
Oh no, not Proto Man.
With this woman wearing a hat.
Because she's
Mega
Russian,
Man,
because he's Cossack.
Yeah. My father is not really evil. Dr. Wily took me hostage and forced my father to fight you. And made him build this giant castle and spend $1 trillion of his own dollars.
Yeah.
Please, Mega Man, don't hurt my father anymore.
Then,
Kalinka.
actually, so then, do we see Proto Man show up? Like,
Yeah,
he showed up with the girl, right?
Yeah, he showed up and dropped her off. And so this is actually a really confusing part. Like, okay, you know, saw this, Mega Man, forgive me. And then Proto Man, looks like he's showing up. You betrayed me, Proto Man. So was he working with...
The implication is that Proto Man was Dr. Wily's sidekick in Mega Man 3, but then he's your brother, and that's why he saved you.
It's so confusing.
What a twist!
Yeah, what a twist.
I think you mean Rockman, by the way.
Oh, sorry, Rockman. No, Mega Man's not bad. No, he's a good guy. He's always a good guy. Because he has, as we learned from the intro, he has a strong sense of justice. Live action Mega Man, oh my god.
Yeah, live action. I like it.
Terrible that'd be.
Well,
there was a Mega Man cartoon, wasn't there? Or
yeah, there's several. Oh, for the Punch Out podcast I recorded today, I did some investigation because did you ever see Captain N?
So what is the point of this? Why do I not start down here? Why can I go down here? Sorry, yeah, I thought you were gonna be
like, what is the point of this podcast about Punch Out?
No,
we're talking about Mega Man.
I did see Captain M.
You're like, we're here to talk Mega Man. We're not here talking about your stupid punches.
No, I do want to hear about this.
All right, but anyway, what's where that you didn't like in the level design?
I already left.
But what was the problem? What's your interior design issue?
You start on this pipe that you can walk under, but there's nothing under there.
Yeah.
Why did you do that to me?
Do you ever have like a room in your house that you just didn't do anything with? Like, it happens.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Anyway, Captain N. We all like Captain N.
Well, Mega Man. No, it is terrible. Oh my god. Because yeah, I like turned it on, and because I was researching. Because one thing that was interesting is the beginning of Captain N. Story of Captain N. This is going to sound made up. Imagine Tron.
Yeah.
Mixed with a multiverse. But badly. If that makes any sense. So like, like the multiverse that just happened have you seen Everything Everywhere All at Once?
No,
What else are you doing? Like watching Better Call Saul?
No, I'm not watching that either. This part is actually really stressful too because, as always, these spikes will kill you instantly.
Yeah, you can use the marine, but every part except the part you're going up to.
Yeah, it's... I don't know. It's dangerous. And this little thing at the bottom, I guess it's supposed to be a buzzsaw, but I keep thinking of it as having like wacky hair, like a little Roomba with a crazy wig, Einstein hair.
Really anthropomorphize the animals in this. I'd be like, Mega Man, don't make friends with the robots. They're your enemies. Like, they're not my enemies. They're friends.
They're my friends.
It's a cute spider.
Let me guess. I'm supposed to use the balloon here too, right?
I would probably use jet and then wire.
I do usually have to use wire there. I got through time.
Yeah.
Maybe
So I
the
would
first
just-
time I ever have.
Oh, look at you jumping on the bricks.
Then I'm gonna recharge my stuff just because.
Hey, watch this jump, watch this jump. Oh! Look at the optimal balloon usage.
Amazing.
Okay, Captain N though.
Right.
And the reason it shows up for Punch Out is the intro is teenager with an N jacket, and I actually learned some cool stuff about that. Like, they were skirting around regulations
Okay.
and didn't want to get in trouble, so they never say the word Nintendo in the show, like very intentionally.
Really?
Yeah.
There's even like a Game Boy, like.
Yeah. So, but in the start of the game, he gets sucked into the TV while he's playing Punch Out, and he is terrible. He is losing to King Hippo, one of the easiest bosses if you know what you're doing. And one of the things we discovered today when we were reading through the little clips that Doc tells you is ring, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I just use like charge on everybody because I just don't know what I'm doing.
It's really good that you're able to do that because, as you're noting, you really want to have full health going into the last boss.
Right.
Like, you want to have all of your weapons, so you're doing it right. So I'm like, if you want to play it easier, and you're like, I want to play it the right way. And I'm like, well, you are technically right. Oh, that was nice. I got 4 on it. That's really good.
So you were talking earlier actually about how the weapons in this game seem more balanced. Balanced, yeah.
Oh, I would say, like, there's not one that you want to always switch to. There are ones that make a lot of sense in some cases. I would argue that the wire, the balloon, and the coil are very, very redundant. And I would also argue, yeah, you take the third one, any of the other ones, and you die. Well, the first one you get stopped, and the other one you die. Okay, do you want to see something that you're absolutely going to hate, but it's the way to play?
What's that?
Okay, I'll show you in a second. You've got enough of a lead, you can...
Yeah, I'm going to pause and look.
Oh, see, what you do, you jump, you die.
Outstanding. I paused my game for this.
And I don't know. This is going to be a problem. I don't know where I respawn at this point. If I go all the way at the beginning, I'm just like, we're going to watch you play and I'll talk, and then I can actually do like commentary. I can be like, watch as RixterGT does, like the game's done quick and stuff. Like, watch as RixterGT does this. He's going to have to be very careful here. Oh no, RixterGT falls in the lava. Okay, watch this.
Since I am paused and watch it.
Watch it.
What are you doing?
Watch it.
What are you doing? You can't do this. What? 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 What have you done?
What?
You can't do this.
Now, what I would actually argue is this is a mistake, because it isn't actually that hard to go through there, and there's a lot of recharge here. So you should probably just jump through and get all the refills on your weapons if you've been like me and using ring. It's a fun thing.
I had no idea you do this. One thing I did want to point out, though, is like if you look at the clouds, like they're animated. That's one thing about the Mega Man games is...
And by the way, I've let go at this point.
So what do? Are you just...
You just wait. Just wait a while. I'm falling.
You were going up this entire time?
Yep. So I'm just falling now. And I messed up the timing there, but you're supposed to use like Bright Man to freeze them in a good spot so that you can do that. But anyway, there you go.
That's pretty cool. That was
so just checking. You know the secret on the drills, right? That you can hit B twice to cause them to detonate at will.
That is the part I didn't know and had to look up. That's why I couldn't beat the end boss, because I did not know that. I had no idea.
Yeah, it's
and there's no reason you would know that, right? Like, why would no other weapon does that, like in any of the games? When you hit, it normally just explodes on its own. Like, you wouldn't think to ever do that.
So it's really interesting about this game from a game design. Apologies to cut in again.
Yeah.
I would say this and the bowls, like these little blocks, are really cool. Like, it is just amusing to me that they have a really clever level design. And I'll be interested because I think I stopped at 4. I think Mega Man 4 is probably when I hopped on, Super Nintendo or whatever, right? At that point, maybe hopped onto another system or was just playing other things. Maybe I think I went Sega. I did go Sega because I got Sonic 2 as a Christmas gift, which is awesome. Sonic 2 is a great game.
It's a really good game.
As we've mentioned, like all of the 2s, Super Mario Brothers 2, Zelda 2, Sonic 2, best games.
Right.
But yeah, I kind of stopped here, so I'll really be curious to see how the rest of the game goes in terms of that.
Yeah, and I was thinking about that earlier, because this game was made in 1991. How late did they make these Mega Man games? Because when did the Super Nintendo come out? Was that like 94? No, it must have been earlier than that. Must have been like 91, right? Because the Nintendo 64 came out in 1996.
Really?
So this game is only 5 years before the Ultra 64.
Oh, that was weird. I like floated for a second there.
Yeah, that's why modern consoles are kind of interesting, just how long-lived they are. You're like, yeah, I've got the PS3 for 8 years.
Well, we talked, and by the way, if you just saw, I just did the trick I talked about. And it kind of screwing up because the reality is trying to do like the double push, and I'm not great at multi-button selecting. So I like hurt myself when I normally would not have. But you know. So.
I hate this boss too. I don't know the idea here. Like I just take a lot of damage. Because yeah, obviously you have to hit him in this little green thing.
Okay, so.
But like it usually bounces off. He's
oh no!
throwing all kinds of stuff
come
at
on!
you.
That was a typo.
Typo.
I hit slide.
Oh, I've done that.
And
The slide, like it. We were talking it's like the same engine, but it still behaves differently. Like you could break out of the slide way easier in 3.
That's actually. By the way, this is nice and good to remember for the future. This is a good spot to just die. The start of this place.
The moving level.
Where I'm doing this. Like, oh, let's watch me die again. This is a good spot to die, apparently, because we can restart here. So.
It's like the next James Bond movie. A good spot to die.
That's a good name for a James Bond one, man. I guess a wrong move at all. Yeah. Isn't that how? Yeah. The back, I don't. Well, actually, that's an interesting question.
Yeah,
so
he will like throw these stupid bomb ball things different distances.
But what I'm aware of is you want to get on that front one and basically hit him with the ring a bunch, and the ring.
Of course, it's the ring. It's always the ring. Like
it's always the ring, or it's always the dust, or it's always another weapon because it's a balanced game.
Right.
You just take.
Well, so we were talking about the weapons in this game. I think they're kind of a weird selection of weapons because they're more useful maybe in the levels, which is a nice change, like Toadman and Brightman, things like that. But
those are very useful.
But also weapons like Toadman and Brightman, are going to be useless against almost every single boss, right? Because they're just not going to do anything, or at least some of the other weapons at least do damage.
This is going to be awesome.
It's like Skullman, like
Sega. Oh, that would be awesome. Sorry to break in. Zortank's another Mega Man villain. Sega Man.
Sega Man shows up.
I like it. It'd be awesome.
That's a good one. Let's see,
You're in good shape, I mean.
And then I don't know where to land here to not take damage from one of these guys. Stupid sheep guys. Let's see. Power-ups.
I'm very surprised that this play against each other.
Yeah, he is hacking, by the way.
This is like a classic.
He is like hacking the game, flying way up into the sky.
It works. Why else would you have the Batman thing if you can't fly into the sky?
I don't know. Why has Batman never done that? Why has he never?
He has done that. Didn't you see like
just like
in the
fly
Batman
up into
animated
space?
series, he like
forever.
attached himself to a blimp and was flying in the air.
Yeah.
against the Man-Bat. It literally happened.
I didn't see
You're like, why wouldn't Batman use the weapon you're using it when he did? You weren't expecting that, were you?
I was not expecting that. And once again, we have to fight every single boss all over again.
And so this is what's really funny about the stories. I think we got through 4, the first 4, which are kind of silly. And 3 and 4 is supposed to be like, is it Wily? Might be. Or it's like, it might not be Wily. And then it's like, it's Wily. And you're like,
It was
I
Wily.
know. Like, this isn't a surprise. You're like, the villain from the first 3 games is the villain in the 4th game. Can you believe it? Like, very easily. Trivially, I can believe it. But the theory, at least on 1, is that I think on 1 and 2 is you've basically tracked Wily down to a factory. And so the point is he's escaped with these robots that he's built. And then he's got a secret factory where he's building a bunch of them. And so that's like the impetus, is you have to stop Dr. Wily from making more of these robots, or he's going to use them to take over the world. So Wily can build like an infinite number of robots.
Right.
And he just like never does.
And we've seen him build a lot of stuff. And like, I realize it's a video game, so it wouldn't make sense to be too ridiculous. But I was thinking, there's so many ways just to kill Mega Man. It can be so easy. Like
You're ripping off.
Even just like lock him in these boss rooms, because the doors only open once, right?
Yeah.
Just leave him there forever.
By
I
the
guess
way,
you can
you know a
teleport out,
funny thing about this level? If you use Brightman's weapon to kill him,
on the guy you're
you will
fighting.
get a soft lock. And depending on if I catch up, I don't think I'm going to catch up anywhere close, but you can kill Dr. Wily with Rain, the Toadman, and soft lock the game.
Can you? Because when I was trying to figure out how to beat him, I like went through this again and like
Dr. Cossack. It was when Dr. Cossack ran away. Or actually, it might be here. I think you are able to kill. I think when Dr. Wily flies away, I think you're able to kill him with Rain. If you're interested, you can maybe make a save state right in front of it and try it for fun.
Yeah, because when I was trying to figure out how to damage him, I made through to like beat these bosses without using Toadman's weapon, so I could use Rain on him, and it didn't do anything.
Hey, you know what's interesting? I found a really cool 6-minute YouTube video, but really you gotta watch it in full screen.
Like right now, I gotta.
Yeah, I mean it's like super cool. Like I would say if I were you, right? Like full screen. You gotta do full screen. You can't have a game going on while you're watching it. So I'll send you that 6-minute YouTube video.
This sounds like a pretty good video.
Yeah, I know. You
probably
gotta watch
this. Toadman.
I think the good thing is, I think Pharaoh can save. Well, I definitely was duplicitous. Again, we talk like playing. I don't know if you ever did this, like playing Nintendo with friends. And so you're playing like Mario Brothers. I would definitely go like, hey, did you know if you jump in that hole,
Yeah.
there's like a secret power up
There's
or
a
something?
secret
Because
down
it's
there,
true
yeah.
sometimes, right? It is not.
It's plausible, right?
Yeah, so you believe me once. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's funny when you look back. Again, it's fun. It's fun seeing a kid and then remembering yourself as a kid and being like, "This is ridiculous."
You want to know the dumbest thing ever? I don't think I told this when we were playing it. So like I said, my friend.
That's very good.
back when we were-
Zortanks needs to. Okay. Oh, and so by the way, let me check because you told me this. If I go through that door on the right, I get an E-tank, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so when my friend, when we were little kids, had Mega Man 2, and I remember one time we were playing it, like he brought it over to our house, we had a Nintendo, and it was me, him, my sister, and his sister, all playing Mega Man 2.
Awesome.
The single player game, we were playing 4 people. And,
As you do.
And we played it as teams, which makes a lot of sense, right? So it was me and my friend and my sister and his sister on a team. On the 2 teams, girls versus boys, playing the same game. And the rules were you could only use the weapons from the bosses you killed. Needless to say, we did not beat the game because that makes no sense at all. Like, and we would get like upset when like, hey, no, you can't use Dustman's weapon because we killed Dustman. And it was the weirdest thing ever thinking back.
I have no words to
Yeah,
describe
I don't
this
either.
term.
Like, it's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of, and I don't know when I did it.
One thing that was interesting for me, I had this with a friend of mine. We were both pretty good at StarCrafting in high school, and we were much better than a friend of ours. So we offered a handicap, and so what we actually did is we did tag team StarCraft, and the key was we would switch off every couple minutes, and you weren't allowed to communicate at all. So, the theory being by switching off. This is an area, by the way, if you look here, I like farming,
Oh, yeah.
If I were in the lead by 6 minutes and needed to farm, this is where I would be doing it, as opposed to being behind. Oh my gosh, that is the worst idea ever. No, she's like, you guys do this. That would be an interesting Mega Man. I mean, I would, but for what it's worth, because Rixter, Landon, just loves figuring out these games with just the Buster. So, I mean, I would obviously lose. But that would be an interesting race dynamic, to basically be able to lock weapons. So to your point, right. And then I think you could probably what you could maybe do is make allowances for specific cases. So, for instance, maybe what I would say, this El Mariachi, this is really cool, actually. It's a fun idea. We should throw it into the internet and see if people do it. Oh, this is dust. But, maybe do it that you only lock the first, you can lock one of the weapons, like the W or the wire, but you can only lock one. So, like, because in theory, I was even doing this, you can, if you don't have the balloon, you can essentially use the jet to do the same thing. It's just a little more difficult.
Right.
Oh, nice. And then you could do a draft and you could potentially, I mean, as an example, you could make a rule, you obviously could make a rule that, everybody gets ring and drill against Wily.
Yeah, the things you have to use.
But you could do, like, based on bosses. This is fun, actually. That's a funny idea.
That would be an interesting challenge. One random thing I want to point out that is in I think all the Mega Mans, I don't remember if it's in the first one or not, but if you just tap moving forward, he does this little step instead of like the full run animation, which is kind of an interesting detail because it lets you like inch forward for all these Mega Man jumps I was talking about where they have to be like pixel perfect. But also, when you do go to run, there's a slight hesitation where he takes that step and then it starts going. So there's like a frame delay on moving. It's kind of a interesting detail about the Mega Man. Anyway.
Oh, Zortanks is still going. So Kilo Man, Giga Man, Exa Man. What's Yada, man? I don't know, man.
That's way up there.
It's a Yada. It's a lot of Yada.
So
I regret that.
this. Yeah,
I think I need to resign just for that.
We'll edit that out.
I have to get out.
So you don't actually need Ringman on. I remember as a kid, you needed Ringman to fight Dr. Wily.
You can do what you were doing, which is every 3.
Which I think does just as much damage, doesn't it?
I think Ring hits it twice, so it does more. So it might Ring might do as much as a charge, but then I think Ring does twice because if you throw it past it, it hits it once on the way in, once on the way out.
Okay, that might be. Maybe I wasn't standing close enough for that to matter. So anyway, then you do this, and then this took me forever to figure out. Because you can stand here all day and he won't hit you.
I actually really want. I didn't do it. It's funny. I keep bringing it up the podcast on Punch Out today, but doing research on stuff. So my research time has been researching that. Now, for what it's worth, by the way, I don't know if he has 4, but Gaming Historian is a fantastic channel. Has a bunch of recaps on Mega Man, which are really a lot of fun to listen to. So I didn't do as much research going into this, but I would be. One thing I've done in the past, because there's an archive of all of them online, is go look up old Nintendo powers. to see what advice they have.
Oh yeah.
So I'd be really curious to say what like Nintendo Power tells you.
That's a good question, because like this part, like I said, I had no idea that Drillman's weapon could be detonated early, and I don't know if it's possible like to kill him with the Buster. I don't know if you can jump that high. I was never able to, because he's shooting these things constantly, and everything I shot at him just bounced off. Here, I'll show you guys who are watching like what I'm talking about.
Okay. And by the way, El Mariachi, I gotta ask, what Star Wars games? Because the Super Nintendo, I'm actually debating.
You shoot him, it just bounces off.
Like drills do.
Even the drill bounces off, like, which is why I thought it was useless, because like everything else you shoot with it explodes.
When you go in the backyard and there's a random robot infestation.
But if you tap
you
early,
get out your drill and you shoot
up,
at the robot, and then it just bounces.
And you can do damage to this stupid thing.
Oh,
I'm gonna use as many E-tanks as it takes, because I've got.
El Mariachi, you talking like X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, or what? I'm actually super interested in this. Oh, those are good. Those are fun games. But in terms of podcasting, I was debating maybe doing Star Wars games at some point, like the Super Nintendo ones, which I really liked. Those are like really good. The LucasArts.
Those are good. I had a Super Return of the Jedi. That was a fun game.
You could go like super fast, like you could run. If you remember, you could run super fast and super. That was one of your, because you get Jedi powers, and that's one of the Jedi powers you get. Man, super run. You go fast. I'm not making this up.
As always, you kill Dr. Wily, he gets away, you have to fight him again. I was a little surprised at this area. I feel like they were gonna put power-ups in here, but then there's just an empty room.
A guy like Landon was watching and was like, no.
Yeah, they're like, no,
like
they
a
did nothing.
like me went, hey, you know what? What if we put some power-ups there to help the person? And a person like you went, just smacked the keyboard out of that developer's hand.
You're
like
fired.
You did at school. Because I was like, hey, I'm gonna program in a fix for that lava wall in the dungeon. And just slap the keyboard out of my hand. I said, no, you're not.
I don't think I did that.
I had a funny case. Do you remember Gabe in grad school? He was in Vision with us.
I don't know if I have enough.
Okay, so again, the trick here with Pharaoh not having enough is you can press start and hold it. No, or you can. I mean.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if these guys.
You should really hurry, like, and attempt to do it with not enough, because that's clearly the strategy here. I'm okay. So basically at this point, the best I can do is tie, and kind of coming into any of these blind, you are clearly the superior player. But we have a hypothesis check on the next one, which will be Mega Man 5, which is, does a USB controller that doesn't randomly cut out? And I might actually practice. So what I've been doing is I have the Nintendo Classic on the Switch, which is awesome. It's one of the coolest things ever. I'm happy. My brother gifted me a Switch, and I use it to play. I spend $5 a month so I can play Nintendo. And I think I did it, I think I did it all at once. It's.
Bad. I'm gonna assume that this is.
Oh my god, no. That's bullshit. Sorry. This is classic Nintendo. That was my controller giving out there. Like, if you see me just stand in front of him and die, I'm doing this. I'm angry.
That sounds
this
great.
I'm going to count. I'm okay with this. So I accept under most circumstances this is cheating, but I'm not doing that crap again when a controller just gives out.
Oh,
nope.
yeah.
I'm okay with this. But I'm alerting the referee. This is like if you were at a chess, so like in chess tournaments, you are not allowed to have like cell phones. But one thing you could do is if you realized you had a cell phone, you could like inform your opponent and then say, hey, I'm going to go inform let's pause the game. We're 2 moves in. Clearly I'm not cheating yet. That's for later. Go inform the tournament director, hey, I've got a cell phone, so I did that there. I'm like, I'm definitely rewinding, but I'm rewinding because it's very obvious that my strategy to beat this boss was not stand in one place and die. Shocking as that may be.
This guy also took me forever to figure out how to kill.
Oh, interesting. So, and apologies, I realize I keep cutting you off with the channel. Me and El Mariachi are talking over you. See, you can just wait till he's in the middle, jump up into him, then press start and do it again, and you can do that over and over, and you never run out of energy. So like there, if you press start, then you can charge it again, and you save the energy. But you should be fine. I think each one does more.
It does quite a bit of damage when you actually hit him.
And El Mariachi said he did the Atari port. They, I guess, did the Atari. El's man. Yeah, did the Atari port.
I tried it just because I was curious. And that's kind of an interesting... It's interesting that it will recharge like that, because the normal Buster, like I was complaining about earlier, doesn't recharge half the time that you want it to.
An ironic part about this game, this was on the Gaming Historian, I think on 3, I'm not as certain on 4, is one of the original developers of... Oh, did you do it?
I did.
Very nice. Alright.
But then he gets away.
Again?
I guess.
I'm not doing that. Okay.
Then we get this cool cutscene. Yeah, it's interesting that he's always flying around in this ship, when we did see earlier that he can just teleport into places.
Yeah, both he and what's his face can teleport.
Proto Man and Mega Man.
We
can all do it.
All of the people in this
teleport.
game, Dr. Light, Dr. Wily, have both constructed robots. They could make more.
Yeah.
Like, why don't you make more robots?
They spent all their money on the levels and the castles.
Very nice. And what did we do? That was about, a little under... So we're at 2 hours, but I don't remember when we started.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
And of course, we had that nice long pause when my controller gave out, so... You were like, no, you do not get to leave. You are losing. Lose. Like, I'll tell you what, I'll give you time back. You're going to still lose. Follow me. But at least on Mega Man 1, 2, and 4, I made it to Dr. Wily's, castle. Mega Man 3 was just humiliation and disappointment. And I was better than you at Punch-Out, but didn't defeat it, although I have since.
Right.
But
like I said, Mega Man 3, we took a long break between 2 and 3, and I played 3 a lot.
I played 3 levels and was like, all right, and then watched the tutorial in the background a few times and was like, okay. Oh yeah, what does a scroll designer do? That's a good question.
I have no idea. These credits are better than 3, where I made fun of them a lot, but they're a lot of the same people, which isn't surprising at all. But
all right.
I like this being on the train. He's got his wind in his hair. He's kind of going, not sure where he's going, but it's a good ending. I think it's cool.
That would definitely make, it is weird. We've had this discussion where Mega Man believes he is a robot. I think a funny story would be that, Mega Man and Proto Man are not robots. They've been lied to.
Yeah. We got the staff again, which is the robot bosses. They're the staff.
And again, from this logic, if Proto Man is Mega Man's brother, the other guys should be as well from the first game.
They must be, right? Because they're all made.
But I think that's why the U.S. changed it a little. I think the Japanese said Dr. Light and Dr. Wily designed them together. Doesn't that, with the introduction of Proto Man, doesn't that make them brothers? And they're like, nope, actually, we're going to retcon that.
Yeah, I guess. Pharaoh Man.
I don't think there are voice actors, right?
That would be really funny if there's all these voice lines recorded for the bosses, but they're like, wait, we can't put this on the Nintendo. So they're just sitting in an archive somewhere. Yeah, I've got no idea. I had the same question with 3 El Mariachi, where I was like, what are these names? Are they the people who designed the robot? Are they people playing the robot? Dive Man, is that Dive Man's real name? I've got no idea.
It could be the person that designed it, because remember, these were fan created.
It's true. They could be crediting the fans who created them.
What?
Yeah, it was
like you.
So confusing though. Here's the staff. All the robots take their helmet off and wave to the camera.
Well, there's a theory, a pretty good one, and I guess we're definitely winding down, but I'm probably not going to finish, that's fine. So I have beaten the game, I just haven't beaten it in camera, and that's okay. You don't always need to do things in front of an audience. It's okay. I'll be all right. But
Then Flip Top comes in here and gives us the Capcom. I think that's a pretty good ending too. That's pretty cool.
in
Like when they do stuff like that.
Super Mario Brothers 3, there's a theory that it's a play. Because
Right,
all of
'cause
the
it's
levels
got,
look like stage constructions. The beginning of the game starts with a curtain
the
coming
curtain
down
going
and up.
Yeah.
And then they've noted, right, like Bowser always kidnaps Peach, Mario always comes up and saves, and it's like, are the Mario games just elaborate plays or stage productions put on? Which isn't a bad theory. I don't think
Right.
it's real. I think it's just a theory. But what I'll say is, with the Mega Man games, we've just had this discussion about how easy it would be to kill Mega Man, and how it doesn't really make sense that Dr. Wily's able to like make robots, but he's like, nah, I'm good, no, I'm evil. It's like, it almost makes sense that this is just a game between these two people.
True.
All right,
yeah.
so 2 weeks for Mega Man 5 sound good?
Yeah. I do remember the games getting harder as they went on. Like I remember 5 being a really hard game, but
Oh, great. So we'll see if it's multi-night.
But we'll see. Like, for whatever reason, when I was a kid, I wasn't able to beat any of these games, and now, in a few days, can go.
When you were a man, you were a child, you
Yeah,
spoke as a child.
I played like a
something
child.
as a child. You played Nintendo as a child, but when you
Yeah.
became a man, you
That's right.
played better at childish things. One weird note I'm going to ask you. This happened the other day, and if I'm giving myself away, and the Matrix is going to catch me because of this. A little kid in my neighborhood walked up to me, like my kid was playing. I was in the front yard, and he just walked up to me and looked at me. He goes, "None of this is real." And I was like, "All right, well, I guess I'm in the Matrix. Thanks for telling me, kid.
That's amazing.
Appreciate you." So it might be. I don't know. And
That
I
would
might be giving myself away. Like this is the beginning of the Matrix, right? Where
that would be the weirdest.
suddenly some agents are going to go like beep beep beep. He knows. And they're like, well, what is he going to do? And I'm like, well, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to play Nintendo with Landon on Tuesdays on twitch.tv/RixterGT. Make sure to subscribe.
That's right. Like and subscribe. Smash that subscribe button.
Yeah, go to our gift shop. We have T-shirts. We have worst jump ever, right? That's like a fake real one, right? We made up.
That's right.
Yeah, worst jump ever would be a good.
Worst jump ever.
Like that is a good jokey one. If we ever get, I was actually talking to a relative at a wedding this weekend who knows like YouTube stuff, and I think he said, so this should easily put us out of it, is I think if you kind of look at I can't remember the exact ratio, but it was, if you look at your level of income, this was a horrible decision of lives. Yeah, I should just end. But if you look at like your level of income, it's like 20,000 followers per some other number. So if you want to make $40,000, you need like 800,000 followers at least to replace it.
Okay.
So if we get into the hundreds of thousands, we can start talking T-shirts and stuff, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Well, we're not playing 7. I think we're going to stick to. Okay, let's end on this discussion. What do you want to do post Mega Man? Got any thoughts? I mean, that at this point, at bare minimum, that would be, 2 months out, and I'm guessing for both of us that we're going to take some Christmas time and stuff.
Right.
So like
yeah.
my son's birthday is right by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would make sense if it takes us through the end of the year.
So it might be well into next year before that even becomes a real question, but it is an interesting one. Do Mario's are fun. I know I've beaten Mario 2. I have not beaten Super Mario Brothers 1. Definitely beaten 3. That's just 3 games, and also that's nice because it's a rubber match, right?
I've never beaten 2. I've beaten 1 because that was the only Nintendo game we owned for like years. My dad finally broke down and got us a Nintendo, but we never got any games. So it was just Mario Duck Hunt for years. Till we discovered you could rent games, and then it was Mega Man games.
Okay, I'm so happy in 2 weeks I'm going to be done with this stupid controller. All right, I'm going to call it a night with that, with the controller killing me there. Good job. Twitch.tv/RixterGT, unless something changes on your purview next 2 Tuesdays from now, which would be, let's say it right.
That will be...
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm already on
Oh,
Wednesday in my time zone.
all right.
Cool. Yeah.
We're
Thanks
we're,
for
s-
watching.
we're so
Yeah.
good at this. I'm like,
Yeah.
and
Our
watch me
amazing
plug in my controller.
professional stream here as we're now struggling to figure out how to use the
A
calendar tool.
calendar. That would be October 11th.
The 11th. Yeah.
October 11th. Would be my tentative plan. I'll let you know if something changes.
Yeah. That.
But yeah,
Yeah. That's been working well
good
so far.
job.
So
Convincing win, dominating win, I would say.
that
So we'll
was
see if
that was pretty good. Like we were pretty close most of it.
Frogman and that first level were really painful, and I have not had that much problem. Like, it has been really frustrating in these play against yous where the areas that I have had problems were not ones I had any problem on, like in practice.
Yeah.
So it's very frustrating to do that. But regardless, we both had plenty of deaths. There were plenty of catch up times. It was a lot of fun. It's nice to see we're both highly proficient at parts of this game.
Yes, we are both pros at
Gaming.
gaming.
All right. Thanks very much, everybody who tuned in to watch. If we're around 2 Tuesdays from now, we'll do it again.
Yep.
Yeah. Talk to you next time.
All right. Have a good night. Thanks.